Hello and welcome to the Adventure Archive. I am Evil Andy XO and I will be your dungeon master for this evening as we embark on a mythic odyssey of Theros. In this episode of tomorrow's Twilight, we join our adventurers at the bottom of the ocean. Their captain, the captain of tomorrow's Twilight, had been kidnapped by a rogue faction of Tritons who want to promote war with the surface city above, the city of Alekos, which our heroes are trying to save. Upon hearing that their captain had been captured, they sought the blessing of Thassa, the goddess of the sea, joined with Kima, one of her priestesses, and dove down to the bottom to try and save her. When they got to this temple, which Fanaze was granted a vision of by Clothis, they found a blue-robed mage waiting for them, waiting to strike a deal. The mage said, "We have your captain, and will return the captain to you unharmed if you go underneath this sunken temple, which is cursed, and retrieve an artifact spear, and then return it to us." And they also swore on Thassa. So, let's meet our heroes before we embark into this cursed temple. You know him from our Dark Kingdoms game. He is the effervescent, not Derricool. He's the effervescent vampire, and the man always with a great drink in his hand. Eric, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing wonderful.
Tell us about who you're playing.
I am playing Brozino the Fourth Jr., who is a Leonin Paladin of Heliod.
Excellent. You might know him from his world-building streams or his late-night gaming streams with the Night Owl Gamers, and also the leader of Night Owl Squadron, L2S, Late to the Show Entertainment. How are you doing this evening?
I'm good. I have espresso in me. I'm ready to go.
Who are you playing tonight?
I am playing the Leonin Barbarian Fonaze Dinata.
Excellent.
And if anybody wants to know, it means he roars loudly in Greek.
Ooh.
What? I would have loved to know that. Jeez.
I think I mentioned it a while back, but
That's like pub quiz trivia level stuff. Nice.
One of our favorites in the comments, and my favorite neighbor. Welcome to the show, Janelle. How are you doing tonight?
Doing great. Looking forward to some scary spookiness.
Underwater action. Who are you playing tonight?
I am playing Fakira, a warlock of the genie.
Awesome. Another of our Dark Kingdom regulars. You know him as Rushton Christopher Walken. How you doing tonight, Matt?
Doing great. And this evening I'm playing Nico. He's also Leonin, although he's a little bit smaller than his two buddies. He's an artificer who provides them with magical weapons and provides the rest of the crew with delicious cookies.
Awesome. Just recently publishing a book through Amazon. You might know him from his writing streams and also from Dark Kingdoms. Jason.
Oh man, everyone's got a copy. I'm great. Look at that.
I don't have
awesome.
mine next to me.
I am playing Periagros, who is the only human among this motley group, and I'm a bard. And he sadly lost his hand-carved lion mask, but we'll be working on another one. So.
Right. Can't be the fourth Leonin anymore.
I know.
Okay.
I mean, he is in spirit. He has a lion spirit.
Yes. So, you all, the heroes of tomorrow's Twilight, have entered into the under section of this ruined temple at the bottom of the ocean. You have bangles on, which have allowed you to breathe underwater. Thassa's blessing gave you webbed hands and turned your feet into flippers, and so now you have a swimming speed. Do you have light? Ooh, what do we got going on here? I think there were some blesses and some other things. Oh, thank you, Rogue Singer, for contributing to our challenge. We have some community challenges going on. We have a follower challenge in which we will run a tournament module written by our very favorite of the community and kind of our benevolent patron, Sursa Victory. Please, if you're not following us, we absolutely love his work. If you haven't checked it out, check it out as well. And we would love to die a bunch of times in one of his trap-filled adventures on stream for you. So get to following, please. Also, you might know Jess from our Dark Kingdoms game on Wednesday night. She has a community challenge in which she will DM a game for us, which we're all very excited about. I'm sure it will be filled with dad jokes and cheese. So
78%. Dang.
Yeah.
And our follower goal, for whatever reason, is not synced. I don't know why. That's weird. Unless Twitch is delayed.
Perhaps.
Because we have 197, but it only says 194.
Oh well. Okay.
We know.
So in this dark under part of the temple, there is very little light. There was already very little light at the bottom of the ocean. But now there's even less, because there is a ceiling over your head. I believe Brazino's armor was admitting light.
Okay,
Yes.
good, because I cannot see in the dark.
Yes. I am glowing.
We're
with,
able to talk to each other.
Yes, because
So-
you're actually creating, as you breathe water
Okay.
in, you're creating oxygen in your lungs through the power of magic
So
bracelets.
as Nico was kind of drifting down the stairwell in the bubbles, I guess like he could kind of see maybe that Perry was kind of swimming blind a little bit. And he has that little Smith's hammer, and he has one more of these really cool things that artificers do that didn't seem like a big deal a while ago, but maybe a big deal now. It's called magical tinkering.
Ooh.
And so with Perfora's little hammer and with like a little blessing, what is Perry wearing?
Oh, he's wearing fantastic, fabulous stuff.
Is it like anything around his hair, like the beautiful golden hair?
No. The hair is never concealed. It is
Okay.
always ever flowing.
Okay, so is there anything like kind of in his neck area?
His neck is actually very freed because he has this massive kind of white fluffy shirt on.
I thought
Okay,
it was canon that it's a V-neck too.
Yeah, it's a V-neck.
It's a
It's a-
V-neck.
yeah,
Yes,
okay,
it's
so
a,
right-
it's a deep V. It's a deep V.
At the point of the deep V, Perforos's little Smith hammer kind of comes out, and it doesn't actually tap on it like it did with the armor. He just kind of he grazes it like very gently across it, and he imbues it with 5 feet of light as well. And it's my third and last magical tinkering. It takes one action, and it will last as long as we want, unless you want me to turn it off. And that way we'll have 2 lights.
Perfect.
Cool. And the third one's the cookie jar that yells at you if you steal a cookie. So
Very
Well,
important.
I thank you for allowing me to see my death.
yeah.
Indeed, in this watery grave. Let me describe this room that you find. This looks to be an entry hall into what might be like the private quarters or the private sanctum of whatever priesthood worshipped at this temple. The walls are so covered in like sea life and other things, it's very hard to see the murals that would be carved into the stonework. You assume that this is probably a temple to one of the gods that you know. After all, this is a temple in Theros. You can see that there are 3 pathways available to you. Right here, just to the west, is a very tight squeeze down what looks like a long corridor, and then through a section of grass or seagrass right there. There is like an unconstructed cave mouth, which you could squeeze through and possibly go to some other part of the temple, or all the way up here. There is another path which seems to look similar to the one that's just to the west of you.
And can we see far enough to see what that statue is?
Because the water is murky enough, it is very difficult to tell from here. You feel like you would probably need to get closer to it.
So because just in last session I stepped off the ledge, still like eyeing down the Triton who was parlaying with us, and then went to the lower levels. I think everyone else was already down there during that. I can't remember. But as soon as my feet sort of pad lightly onto the steps, and I make my way down closer to everyone else, I especially look over at Nico and at Brazino, and I say, I must preserve the greater part of my skills for what may come when we leave this place. I will be in the fight, but do take care to not leave me unattended with the enemy.
You got it, Brazino. You got it, Fonhaze. You've never backed down from a fight before. He was looking so brave there. I thought he was going to get you guys.
We have your back.
You.
Waterfront, as it may be.
Excellent. Which way would you guys like to go?
If you guys don't mind, why don't we head over and check out that statue before we choose a pathway?
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe we'll learn something.
Start swimming
Yeah.
slowly. Keep an eye out.
So is he like, if I'm at the stairway here, is there kind of like stuff around me?
Yeah, it's mostly just like broken stones and like sea life growing up around you. It is everything is kind of grown over, so it's difficult to see exactly what things are.
Gotcha. It does not seem like, I mean, I know it's underwater, but like, does it seem like it's disturbed, like where the silt kind of falls down on the ground?
No. None of it seems disturbed. You also are swimming. So
that's right.
Because you're underwater. So there's no like footfalls or nothing to find in that sense.
Okay.
If anything travels through here, it is probably most likely gonna swim.
And you guys, maybe we should be quiet for a moment. See if we hear anything since sound travels so far. Do we hear anything?
Go ahead and give me a roll. And you can, if somebody would like to help him, you can do it with advantage.
Sweet. Is this is like a perception type deal?
Yeah, and I'm gonna move Brazino over to you guys as well, unless you
or
were planning on standing by
seriously,
the.
Could I use investigation perhaps? As a
for your perception? Absolutely not.
No, okay.
This is you just.
And so this is with help. Is advantage or +4?
Advantage.
Sweet, that's awesome. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
First
roll of the night. No ones, please. Okay.
Okay.
We'll take it.
You all sit silently, floating in the ever-moving kind of flow of the water. You can feel it kind of pulsing back and forth. And from the west, this direction, let me just...
Yeah, okay.
You do hear what sounds like the swishing of a tail in water.
Ooh,
as it like wafts through the water.
I don't know a lot about Leonin, like hand signals, but paw signals are a pretty big deal. So I make the signal of the swishing of the sound of the grass on the plains of Rescos. And then I point kind of down the western hallway and I go, shh.
All right. You find yourselves floating in front of a statue, which is overgrown with like barnacles and other sea life. It's hard to tell. Someone would have to give me a religion check to know exactly what it is. I think Brazino, you might be a good candidate. You're muted.
Oh no.
Yeah, one would think the paladin would be a good candidate.
He has a.
One would think.
I have a
Oh,
plus
no.
3 there, Brazina. What do you?
Probably.
Am I a little more religious than you, just secretly? You could help me out though, buddy.
I will help
Is this
you.
a thing that we could help as religion or no?
Sure.
Okay, so
God
we
bless
get
us,
together, we
everybody.
powwow about the sun god and the forge god.
Yeah,
And,
that's all I know.
okay, here's
The sun
religion.
god.
You remove
Okay.
some of the sea life off of it, and you instantly recognize the bulwark of brotherhood held firmly in the left arm of the statue. This is a statue of Erois, the
Yeah.
god of soldiers and victory.
Sweet.
It makes a little bit of a sense now, because even looking at like the ruins above, it was very flat, very comparable to what modern temples of Erois or temples of victory would be. It would be actually like mostly a flat open space for sparring and competition. And you can imagine even there being like a track or a stadium nearby that this temple would be attached to. That stadium would have been completely destroyed, or perhaps completely grown over to this point. You didn't see it as you were coming down.
And it wouldn't just knowing a little bit about Eros wouldn't give us kind of any insight into like what monsters might be lurking around the corner.
Yeah, it's almost out of context here at the bottom of the
Yeah.
ocean.
Gotcha. Okay.
So where
Yes,
would you guys like to go? You have 3 options.
Kira's gonna just swim very slowly and just kind of get a good look down there. See if she sees any movement other than water.
Make a perception check, please.
There we go. Yep, Kira.
She's got that underwater real good vision with the swimmy eyeballs that are white.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Cool.
What?
Is it a spell or magical effect?
It is indeed.
In music.
Cool. Yeah. That was good. Yeah.
Oh.
What happens?
Can you bless it?
Can you bless saves?
Yes, of course.
I'm gonna bless it.
Excellent. Excellent. Yes.
Cool. 14.
14. Oh,
Thank you, Severus, for the
no.
bless.
Yeah, baby.
Thank
Oh,
you.
no.
Oh, he gave you a bless earlier?
Yeah, I'm using the bless that Severus gave.
Okay, so you're
For this.
still at 5 then. Okay.
1,
Wait.
2, 3, 4. Now I have 4.
You have 4. All right. Let me change that then. So let me tell you
So
what
going
you
up.
see.
Yeah.
A figure comes floating through the water towards you. The figure is someone you recognize, someone from your home, but they're strange. Their body is crumpled, their arms bent backwards behind them in an unnatural manner. And as the head turns up in the water towards you, you recognize them by their chin and their lips. But above their nose, there's nothing but a wisp of black, icky smoke, which seems to undulate in the water. And it opens its mouth, and this light protrudes out of it towards you. You're going to take some damage. No one else sees this. They all just see Fakira kind of pause, eyes locked with this creature. And it begins to move towards you. Everyone roll initiative.
Yes. Oof. Ooh, that was nasty.
Oh boy.
Let's see here.
Oh, we gotta click on our icon, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah, good call.
You take 9 points of damage as this
Fakira.
thing stabs into your psyche. Okay, let's get that up.
Oh yeah, the initiative.
Can Nico tell that her psyche is being stabbed?
You definitely see that there is something wrong with Fakira, but it is very difficult to tell. She just simply looks like she's afraid.
Okay. Yeah. So, but she's not like bleeding out or anything. It's like all inside.
No, it is entirely inside of her mind.
Oh, Fakira, it's baby.
Yeah, right. That sight vision not so great right now.
Yes, absolutely.
You see all the things?
Let's do
Oh wait, we're screwed.
3. Okay.
That was more than half my HP. It's fine.
More than half your HP. Oh, don't worry. There'll be more options to take more away from you. Descending order. And let's get a little bit of combat music going on here. Peri Ergos, you will get to go first.
Wow. Okay. So I guess seeing Fakira stunned, my curiosity gets the better of me, and I move behind her.
Uh-huh. And do you look down the hallway?
Yeah, and I see this thing apparently.
Uh-huh.
Do I need to do anything?
Yes, it.
Okay.
You need to give me a wisdom saving throw as well, as it peers into your your soul, essentially.
I'm probably going to bless this. We'll see.
Oh,
or not.
Oh,
Look at that.
Excellent.
Did he RP so hard?
So, remind me that you have a blue card to roll, because I don't want to take... for a moment, you think you see your mother. And your mother in a very... almost decomposing. You blink it away, though, and instead... you see this strange blue creature. I'm just going to blow this up so everybody can get a look at it here. It appears to be a Triton. I'll have to move it over to like where you guys are at. It appears to be a Triton, but it is missing the top half of its head. And this almost smoke-like substance billows out of it. But it wields a coral spear and has this light emanating from its mouth.
Okay. Well, when I snap to my senses, I am very offended that he or it took the form of my mother and unleashed a string of vicious mockery at him.
Okay. Let me roll a wisdom
of
save.
yo mama jokes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be a wisdom 13 save.
It fails.
Yes.
Okay,
Nice.
cool. So 4 then I rolled.
Does it do anything else? I can't remember.
Sorry, let me see really quick. Oh yeah, so psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next turn or the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Okay, disadvantage. Excellent.
Yep, disadvantage.
All right.
And, yeah, I'm good.
Are you going to move out of the way?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna move out of the way over back here, and then just give Fakira a encouraging pat on her shoulder.
And she stands there. Nico, it is your turn.
Interesting. Okay, so Perry, did you say anything, or I just kind of saw you step out and then say something about moms and then step away?
What did I say anything like outside of
like
the
would
spell?
I know that like you looked into the light?
Yeah, I mean I assume so. Like Andy said, I think
Okay.
I saw my mother, so there was probably a look of shock and then
Okay.
realization at some point. Yeah.
And then he cursed it out.
Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't like his mom.
So looking at what does Fakira look like, Andy?
She looks like she is in absolute shock. Like not just like shock in her face, but like also suffering from shock in her body as well.
Okay. So Nico and we're floating. So Nico kind of like floats his arms out around her, and he's got kind of on one of his arms, like he's got that shield that has the sigil of Thassa on it, and kind of that's the one to the right, so it kind of protects her from the hallway. And he kind of hugs her, and when he hugs her, he pulls her kind of back. That's his action, I guess, is to grab her and kind of pull her back. And then as he grabs her and pulls her back, he uses one of those shields of faith. And so, shimmering field, like as he kind of envelops her, and like, he's not as tall as the other Leonin, but he's still like 6'5". So his big, like furry and the fur's kind of floating in the water, wrap around her. It starts shimmering a little bit, and it surrounds Fakira with a +2 to her armor class for as long as I can concentrate on her.
Excellent.
And then, can I move her out of the way there?
Absolutely.
Cool.
If you want to move yourself, Janelle, that will do just fine.
And then I think, even though that's my action and my bonus action, and I'm done.
Okay, excellent. Brazino.
So I can't tell that by looking down here, it's bad, right?
You've just heard your companions attack something and respond. I think intuitively you'd know that something just attacked you from down the hallway.
All right. But that's all I know. So Brazino is going to charge.
Excellent.
Because that's what he would do.
So stop basically halfway down the hallway.
So as I go down 5, 10, where... Okay.
Yes, you see this strange creature. Roll me a wisdom saving throw,
right about
please.
Had not my strong suit.
Uh-oh.
Oh, baby.
I'm going to Bane this.
Oh!
Do I have any Banes left?
Eric
I
loves
do.
Bane.
Hey. Better bless it, Eric.
I'm going to Bane it. I'm going to Bane it.
I will.
Eric loves good Bane.
And I'm going to bless it.
Okay.
Come on, baby.
All right, let's see what I...
So I'm at a 16.
Not bad.
You
Okay.
are at a 14, which is a fail by 1.
The Bane. Oh.
Mm.
That's awesome.
I'll take off a bless.
Okay.
We didn't get any
Excellent.
today,
Excellent. You're going to take 9 damage as this creature peers into your soul. You see Brazino standing before you, floating before you. Tell me, Eric, is Brazino still alive?
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Yes. You see what looks like their carcass floating through the water, claw marks all over throat ripped out, and erupting from the throat is this light that pierces your eyes and damages your psyche. You may still move and attack if you feel like you would do so.
I think I would.
Really? Okay.
So,
Oh god.
no, you don't think I would?
I don't know. I don't know your character. I'm just writing down would attack father. All right, go for it.
Oh, you said, oh, he looks like, I'm sorry, I was misinterpreting what you said. He looks like my dead dad?
He looks like your dad.
Oh. And I'm not that bright, I failed. Yeah, I
You
probably
probably know your dad's not down here, right?
But it is
Yeah.
fucking with your mind, like.
Yeah,
beyond
and
just
he's
that.
not that bright to begin with. I'd go up to him and hug him. I go
Awesome.
grab the body.
Yes.
Yeah, I would
Yes.
totally just go grab that body.
Absolutely. You go hug. Brazino goes and hugs the body. You're gonna get an inspiration. You get an inspiration.
And my dad's name is Brazino the Fourth, by the way.
Brazino the Fourth. Okay.
Yes.
You're just not Junior.
Yeah.
No, I'm Brazino the Fourth.
Did he
Jr.
call you Junior when you grew up?
Yeah.
Yo, Junior.
Excellent. Okay. So the rest of you see Brazino charge off and then just kind of disappear. It is Fanazi's turn.
So sorry, the hug happened,
Yeah, you can see the hug happen.
and it's still
The hug
happening while
happened?
it's still
Yes.
happening while I'm doing it. Okay,
Yes.
okay. What? Okay. Is there any sort of... What do I have to roll to throw something at this thing properly?
It's being hugged by your friend.
I know.
So I'm
And
gonna
it
say
is,
that is
Like a disadvantage or
full
something?
cover.
Oh, full cover. Okay.
yeah.
Oh, it's a Triton versus a Leonin hugging. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay. Right.
Does it make sense?
Oh my god. You know what?
Uh-huh.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, perfect.
You have 35 movement, and you
I
can
know.
actually swim on top of Brazino if you wanted to.
Right. I see this and I'm like, something's wrong with his head. Like, something's clearly wrong because it's not what he would do. I want to. Can I grapple him and drag him away, or
You
try
can, you
to?
can attempt to, sure.
Yeah, I'd like to grab him on one shoulder and pull him and bring him into like a shield cover, like bring my shield over in front of him, like kind of like bring him back if I can,
Okay.
with whatever movements left, if I'm allowed to. or whatever.
In that moment that you grab Brazino to pull him away, first off, Brazino, what do you do?
I don't think I would fight him off, but I don't think I'd let go either. So I think while he's pulling me, I'm still pulling my dead dad.
Excellent. Okay, so you're all gonna move over 5 feet as Fanazi pulls Brazino, who pulls the thing.
boy.
As you pull Fanazi, you get a glimpse at what Brazino is hugging. Roll me a wisdom saving throw. I'm also gonna bane this because this is fun.
He's going to the dark side.
2. Okay, 2.
Hold on.
Come on, Christian.
But like
Oh,
20.
yeah, please.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Bonazzi.
Darn it. You see
Stubborn.
Brazino is is hugging another Leonin, an enormous Leonin, and you think for a second that it's a Johnny Goldmane, who looks at you with a scowl but is missing the top half of his head. You blink your eyes for a moment, and then you see that it's a Triton that is missing the top half of its head and has this smoke wafting, and it kind of moans at you with this dull light emitting from its mouth.
Am I allowed to say something before the end of the turn?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. I'm gonna say, I'm not sure what you see, but let go.
Excellent. We're back to the top of the round. Periergos. Well, I'm sorry. Why? Yes, Periergos. What happened here? Oh, I have all of the stuff from last time. This is bizarre. Nope. What did you... Do you remember what you rolled, Jason? You rolled an 18?
I roll for my initiative.
Yes.
It was only an 11.
An 11. It looks correct in the turn.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
as-
like,
I'm-
wow, I'm going first on an 11.
I rolled a 16, so and it shows.
I did
So I'm
too.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, ours are in the right. I thought
Yeah,
you
I
were doing
see.
something unique with the order. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever.
They're not. Okay, cool.
Whatever, let's not fuck with the story.
Dude, that's how much
Yeah,
we
let's not
trust
fuck
you.
with the story. The story is staying the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually gonna be Fakira's turn because Fakira has not gone yet. So Fakira, it is your turn to go.
How is it affected? How does it affect me? On my turn.
You're shaking out of it now. You can actually move and do stuff, but you're kind of frightened by it. Not actually frightened under the frightened rules, but it is scary, this thing.
I'll move over and like peek down, but keeping my eye like at the ground level just to try and like use peripheral vision to see what's going on.
Uh-huh. So you see your two Leonin friends struggling with something. You can
Would I
see
have-
a tail lapping around behind it.
Just to okay. Bring it out here! And I'll back up as much as I can and ready an Eldritch Blast for if they manage to drag it into the room that we're in.
Excellent. Now it is Periergos' turn. The turn order is going to be entirely different, guys. So
I'm sorry. When I don't know what you did, but now my initiative and others disappeared. That's on purpose. Okay.
yes,
Okay.
it was accidental. I did not
Okay.
clear the last turn, but we'll make it work.
Okay.
Perry, what does Perry do?
Okay. I guess I'm gonna peer down again. And I guess I see all these guys struggling together. And then can I think I can cast it again.
Sure.
Just have to be line of sight, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see it. It's got a long tail and it's kind of flapping around. You can definitely see like the smoke coming up above the
Okay.
head.
So that'll be a wisdom 13.
Absolutely. Here we go. It saves.
Oh, it saves.
And it
Oh.
moans at you with that dull light coming from its mouth.
Okay, so yeah, nothing happens. So do I see Fanaze just trying to pull Brazino away?
Looks like it.
So I'm gonna try to get in the mix then as well. I'm just gonna rush forward
and pull.
and try to separate Brazino away.
Okay, so one. Let's say you guys managed to pull back all the way to like right there.
Or like a conga line.
Yeah. Fanazi's
Though.
pulling the entire time, and then Perry gets in there and pulls. And Perry's a big guy for a human, so you begin pulling back.
Okay, and then I'll just end my turn there.
All right, excellent. Excellent. It's gonna jump to Fanaze. I know
Okay.
you're getting to go a second time before everybody else, but it will work out. It's kind of like it was ascending order and then descending order. So
Right. I want to use. Is pulling him and moving gonna take my action away, or what's the deal?
you're already in the pull, so I would say you're like difficult terrain. You can move kind of half.
Half. Okay. So yeah, I want to move back at least. Yeah, let's do the full if the Triton's still being grasped. Go back about 15 feet. That'll be about half. And then
Let's see,
And then-
you actually be able to get to right there, pulling everybody.
right.
That's awesome.
So
and
go
then-
ahead and make your attack if you want to, Fakira.
Well, right. I would like to, after I let go from that, I have 5 feet left after the halves because of the 35 feet.
Excellent.
So I want to move over here, and I can, I can attack that diagonally. And I'd like to go for an attack with my trident.
Go for it.
Okay.
While that's happening, Fakira, tell us about your attack. 'Cause it's gonna
don't
hit.
have the armor class. Okay. She sees. It no longer looks like Ziva, her friend, right?
No. It
Okay.
no longer looks like her
She
friend.
sees this odd looking thing, but she notices that the floating black stuff is similar. She's like, no tricking, and just lets it go. The mean trick.
tricking.
That was a mean trick.
It bursts into the side of the creature, and it turns its head, its bottom half of its head towards you, and the light kind of shines towards you, but it doesn't have any effect anymore. All right, Fanaze.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's not even worth adding a thing to it. I pull the rest of what's left away and like sidestep out of this line, kind of my grasp from Periago is being torn away from my waist or wherever he's got his hands, and then I go in for a stab in its side when it turns to face Fakira. But I kind of underestimate how lithe and thin Tritons are, and I kind of swoosh past with the trident. And
Brazino is also slightly in the way because he's hugging it. Perhaps you almost stabbed him.
Yeah, I guess I could. I guess because I'm tearing away from Periagos in the moment, it kind of slows me, and so I miscalculate, and it scratches across his armor.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. Brazino, you kind of snap out of it, and you realize you are hugging a wriggly, nasty fishman. Nasty fishman.
Nasty.
You are not my father, and I take out my sword and I swing it at him.
Excellent. Nasty fishman.
Roll for nasty
You're not
fishman.
my father, you're nasty fishman.
Oh, prepare to die.
Prepare to die.
Ooh.
Bad sushi.
So just to remind everybody, the AC is 15. So once you make your roll and you know you hit, tell me all about it.
All right, so I'm like kind of push him away, take my sword, and just like cursing, and kind of disgusted, like I'm confused. And I just swing at him wildly.
The water in front of you starts to like fill with this green, thick, almost like glittery blood, and it at you as it readies a weapon to attack you back. Would you like to do anything else? Like
No, that's it.
Okay.
So, and that
Nico.
was one-handed, so that's 14.
Yeah, that was a good attack. Holy crap.
Nice. Wow.
Just that's weird though. How come my one-handed is more than my two-handed?
It rolls them
Little
separately.
separate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Cool. I'll take it.
Nico.
Okay, so Nico has kind of noticed the head now that he's come into the room with all his buddies, and he sees all that.
You
shit
haven't seen it yet, have you?
No, because it's looking at them, right?
Yes, but it's.
Oh, so I have to
on
do a save. Yeah, there's no way I'm not looking at it.
Yeah, you need to roll a saving
All right.
throw then.
Let's do it. And I have a kind of interesting thing here that I might try tonight. It's a part of the Perforos piety. It's called, where is it? It's called Pious Protection. If I fail a saving throw, I can re-roll it once per long rest. But let's see what happens here. And I'll go ahead and bless this bad boy. So this is a what saving throw?
It's wisdom, and you're
Wisdom.
looking for 15,
Okay.
I believe. it
Yeah.
was.
Okay. So we'll go wisdom, normal roll, and then I will go ahead and bless it.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
It doesn't even appear as anything else to you. Like, it's a smudge for a moment, and then it becomes apparent it's a nasty fishman, missing half of the top of his head. Creepy.
Okay.
Very creepy.
And so, but I do kind of notice like the stuff coming out of it, and I'm assuming like, do I see light kind of glowing at them from his mouth?
Yes, indeed. It's
Okay.
actually kind of glowing in your direction towards Fakira.
Oh, okay. And so I use Mage Hand and take still have a pack, even though I got rid of all my stuff on the ship, right? Because I didn't want to be heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And I Mage Hand the pack over to him, and since he's kind of like fighting my two brothers, I Mage Hand the pack over his head if I could. To like turn the light off.
I'm gonna give me a spell, like a spell attack, would you? Give me a spell
okay.
attack, would you?
So do I just hit like a?
Just do like your normal.
just any
spell
Okay.
attack. Any spell attack.
Okay, so I'll use Perforos's fire.
Okay.
There we go. I think it's the only one I got anyway. Come on, buddy. Oh, I'll go ahead and bless that. Too.
It won't help you because
Won't
you have to hit
matter.
a 15.
It's a 15. That's right. Sorry about that. Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. So he misses.
The bag drags through the water, and your hand can't necessarily hold it. No nasty fishman blanket party.
Ugh.
Would you like to do anything else, Nico?
Gosh. So I've done a lot here. Let's.
Like move?
Yeah. So I think what I need to do though is I'm gonna actually just get in between him and Akira, and then end my turn.
It is Fakira's turn.
She's gonna poke her head out. I don't even know what you are. Eat it. And she throws another Eldritch Blast at his face, or what is the rest of his face, and it just kind of like
Ooh.
it hits him just right here and probably makes it go back a bit. And he probably really didn't like that, but it doesn't matter. She's not a huge fan of what he's doing to her friends.
That is just enough to kill this creature. You hit it right in its head, and you see as your wisp of smoke smacks it, it actually knocks the smoke on his head completely off, and it just kind of falls limp into the water and kind of drifts sideways and begins to float in the current. Then just floats there in front of you.
What was it armed with?
It was armed with a spear that looks like it's made out of coral.
I'd like to grab it and give it a look, if I could.
You pry it from the dead creature's hands, and it seems like it might be poisonous, or coated in some kind of way that would make it have a constitution attack of some kind.
Okay. So I kind of like spin it in my hands a little bit. I kind of feel all the little edges in it and whatnot, and I kind of look over to everyone like, you know, you mind if I take this?
Have at it.
And I put it next to, you know, I put it in the sleeves next to my javelins.
Nice.
Fakira's gonna go over and take a look at the body. Just to get an idea of maybe she's trying to determine whether or not this guy is a Triton from up above that came down and met this fate, or if he's been here for like a long time.
Okay. Give me a medicine check then.
Cool. Yeah.
As you look over this creature, you cannot tell if it doesn't seem like it's undead. It seems like it's a creature, like made out of the normal things that creatures are made out of. Blood. You think it even breathes somehow. It just feels like a real fleshy creature. A dead fleshy creature, but other than that, it's very difficult to tell. It doesn't seem like somebody that's been down here for a long time. The thing that's really creepy is like the cut on the head is just like smooth, perfect skin. Like it was like born or made that way.
What do you think made this, Kira?
I don't know, and I don't really want to find out. She'll take a few swims back.
Do you think that's what was making that swishing noise I heard?
I look at its flippers.
I think we better get going.
I would like not to go first this time.
Probably not the worst idea, little lady.
So, you still have the 3 pathways open to you. Which way would you like to go?
I'm gonna have to cast my cure wounds on myself.
What are you down to?
5.
Excellent.
So yeah, so I'm gonna have to do that. I was hoping to be able to use that on somebody else, but
What is your health total?
20.
I have a healing word too, or I have
But I could.
There we go.
Yeah, I have cure wounds.
yeah, I have healing word too.
I thought, did I not?
I only have 2 spell slots left though.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
Left.
you guys
I
haven't
only
been
have 2.
resting you haven't had any chances to rest yet. So.
No, we haven't. I know we got got 1 spell slot back, right? From the last.
Yeah, I get 7 back.
Yeah.
7 back. Okay.
Yeah,
So
either
takes
that
me
or a full
back to
healing.
12. So let me change that.
I changed that on your token for you.
Kira,
Which way do you want to go? Up or down? She chose down. She chose down.
I feel as if we should press forward.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Which one of you brave
Yeah.
and Eonin would like to lead the way, huh?
I'm still confused about the
I
whole
would,
thing
but
with my
I
dad and the bad
lost,
sushi.
I lost my mask, you know. Some of my strength is
So-
diminished.
But I'll go first.
Okay.
I will lead the way.
I look up Rosino and I say, "Careful what your eyes may set on. It seems we cannot trust it. We cannot trust them."
Yes. Obviously. That was not my dad. It was bad sushi.
Yes.
I'm going down the hallway.
Ooh.
All right, I'm gonna swim after them.
I'm gonna be going forward, but sort of
Let's not do that.
looking at the feet of the person in front of me and have the shield up over my face and kind of looking downward. I'm a little bit paranoid after seeing him do what he did.
And Andy, I've been in this room before, but I was kind of preoccupied. Is there anything else in it?
This room appears to be like a greeting chamber of some kind. Give. Oh, you rolled fairly decently with your religion check. Nico, you recognize this as like a storeroom, but the racks that would normally hold weapons against the walls have all degraded and disappeared, just leaving the like indentations where they would mount. Behind them, covered in moss, you see the depictions of warriors holding spears and shields.
Okay.
Is there anything in this room, like any leftover weapons or anything like that?
You look through the rubble and you find a degraded spearhead, kind of rusted and broken away from 80-ish years, 80 plus years in the sea.
Fanaze, I think the spear we're looking for is untarnished.
Yes.
So I think we keep moving. And
Well,
Nico's got that fastest shield kind of ahead of him. And just kind of.
Oh, I need to move us with us, don't I? Yes.
So I'll keep swimming down, I guess.
Okay.
I'll kind of do
As
couple of
you
times tell me if
guys
you need me to stop.
swim through this narrow corridor, you kind of almost have to turn a little sideways, the bigger ones of you, to like get down. It's that tight. Like, you were definitely bumping the sides as you hugged the nasty fishman down the previous hallway. And as you bump up against the sides, some of the moss dislodges, and you see that these tight hallways are actually like engraved all the way down with these images of battle. And you see the depiction of Erois, the centaur, fighting Mogis, the minotaur. And their battles are great indeed, but neither one of them seem to strike the finishing blow.
And it's kind of chronological, the direction we're headed.
It's hard to tell with the moss. You just see little bits of the battle. As far as you know, neither one has won, even though
and
they both desire to destroy
ceiling
each
pretty
other.
tight too?
It it is a little bit. You get the feeling that it's designed that way for you to like look down it and see the entirety of a battle taking place.
Gotcha. Pretty cool.
You can see into a room ahead of you, and perhaps you can see some other things too further down. Let's see here. You enter another waiting room with a statue. It appears to be of a warrior. You're not sure who. Could be one of the multitudes of heroes that served Erois through times. A curtain to your right above you of plants seems to hide behind it two shapes floating in the water.
Those are in the plants in the northern end?
Yes, over here.
Did we hear that swishing noise again?
No.
And do they seem to be moving or just floating like lifelessly?
Just floating.
Okay. I'll try and quietly go a little closer, see if I can get a better look.
Okay. To the statue or to the curtain?
The floating curtain, yeah.
Okay.
I'll
Can we go
follow
behind the
behind him.
statue?
Absolutely, yes. There's a rock behind the statue, but it's not.
It's short. Okay.
So as you get closer, you see that two more of these strange creatures that you fought earlier float lifeless, suspended and caught in the underwater foliage.
Did they get caught in it and die?
It's hard to tell.
I would say quietly to the people nearby.
Oh.
As you hide in the
It
corner.
does,
As I back up into the corner far enough away.
it could be that the plants have an appetite as well. I would
it-
not get too close.
This is why I eat meat.
Not fish? You don't eat fish? No fish at all?
Fish is meat.
That's douchey.
I don't eat plants.
Ah. The plants will eat you back.
Very dangerous.
For this statue, it's kind of we're getting the same vibe as the other one that we saw.
Right.
Okay.
It's not Erois though.
Oh.
It's someone else, a champion of Erois, forgotten in time.
Okay. And is there anything like it looks old and kind of covered in whatever the stuff is it's covered and everything?
Yeah, kind of mossiness.
So do we see this light up ahead in the hallway?
Yes, you
Okay.
do. It seems that there is light coming from outside. You think the temple is broken in a section and goes out of the cave, basically, and you can see the light coming from outside into it. You also see something else bizarre. Long tentacles,
Oh.
perfectly still in the water. Stone? It's hard to tell from this far away.
And that's not good. So, I mean, I know we've regretted looking, but curiosity killed the cat. So when he looks down, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's only about 45 feet away. So Nico kind of puts his hand up again, kind of making the like quiet sign. And he's just gonna try to just perceive what is going on here. Like if there's any movement or if there's any sound, the swishing sound that he heard before.
The water makes a noise as it goes back and forth. You can feel it.
And
And
so
sitting
he steps back.
perfectly still, no movement at all in the water, is this thing. Almost as if it was a permanent structure.
As if.
As if.
As if.
I mean, I don't want to end up in that hallway and then get sucked into it. Because they have siphons, probably. Huh.
We do have other options.
What are you thinking, Perry?
It does not look good ahead, but if I were a magical spear, perhaps I would hide in the arms of such a beast.
I
I
hate
hate
that.
that you're probably right.
I don't think we're going to be able to bribe them with my cookies today.
No, they're probably soggy anyway.
No, this jar is magical, my friend. But anyways, I digress. My brothers, what are you thinking? Like,
We could go south. We could get a better look at the rest of the cave.
kind of like that idea. I will say this, Fanaze, it's close enough. You could hit it with your trident, probably from here, and magically have it return to you.
To see if it's alive.
Well, we
I
could
mean,
get a little
it
closer,
seems-
or
It
perhaps
seems too big to get through the hallway.
toss a rock
True.
with a magical hand, perchance.
We could do the rock. Would you? So, I guess that's my question, Perry. Should we try to get the first attack on this thing? It is a cursed temple and not a hugging temple, although there have been a few hugs today.
Well, maybe it can't fit through the hallway.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. But
All
its
right.
its tentacles might. I'm not sure. Like
Yes,
it doesn't seem to hear us talking.
Although if it is real and the tentacles come through, I'm sure they could fit. I've seen small octopi in the market being sold, and they slip off the table and slip through things quite easy.
We could take the body in the other room and push it forward.
Oh, I like this idea very much. Okay, so yeah, so Nico, all of a sudden, boom, the light bulb goes on. He likes the idea because we've also got these bodies in here in the bush, and he doesn't have to go in the bush to use like a magical, to use his mage hand. So as he's saying that, Nico's like, I do also like though the idea of triangulating this thing, because one thing we've learned is that if we all stand in the same place, bad things happen. So should we test to see if it's alive first and then go around, or should we see if there's two points of entry?
That is a good point. There could be other ways, huh?
Well, I like the idea of because Fakira seems to be doing a lot of damage, but I prefer her not to be seen, so to speak. Just kind of hit him from the other side. Do that Vogue thing that's so popular in the Lakos.
Well, why don't we explore, as Periagos mentioned, and then if there is another entrance to this chamber, then we can split off between and meet in the middle.
I like that, because Kira, you've still got a few minutes. We got about 8 more minutes, hopefully, on the armor. We're going at a pretty good pace. I know I know Captain Morrow always tells us like never split up, but do you guys want to go all together, or do you want to have the ranged warriors stay here, and then maybe have a group of Leonin go around the other way?
I would prefer not to stay with this giant's tentacle thing. I will.
Yeah, not
I
a
will
huge
press.
fan of
I will
it.
press onward.
Okay, and then so Nico, before dropping the body, so he is gonna like take. If I can move one of those bodies, Andy, kind of like, I guess I'll mage hand both. Well, because with the water, I know mage hand can only do 10 pounds, but like water kind of makes it buoyant, right?
Yeah, I can
so
push them.
He's gonna push both bodies kind of to block that hallway, and just kind of see, yeah, right there, and then put the other one next to it. That way, if the tentacle moves it out of the way, like if it's moved when we come back, then we kind of have our answer. So that way, it's kind of like a little test, and then
Okay.
and then what do you guys think? Like, I'm not too worried about the statue, but maybe we head this direction. It does seem to head the right way.
Yes.
Seems like a good idea.
And so Nico kind of puts up his shield of Thassa, and he kind of knows not to look into the eyes of whatever might be there.
Careful of the plants, eh?
I hear you. Thanks, Perry. And when he looks in, are the plants just kind of waving back and forth like seagrass?
Yeah, they
And
kind of pulse back and forth in the tide.
And I don't notice any dead bodies kind of hanging in this one.
Nope.
So I'm gonna kind of scooch along the wall here, and then I'm gonna stick to the lower wall, away from it. And do I hear anything?
Give me just 1 second. Pause right there, would you?
Uh-oh. Here we go. Roll initiative. You're all dead. Uh-oh.
22 is not a good
That's
number.
not good.
Nope.
Boom.
So you see nothing.
Oh, interesting.
Continue to move, please.
Ouchie, ouchie. Okay. So he's kind of swimming, hugging against the wall, and I guess he comes to this pinch point. Are we seeing anything?
Pause for a moment.
Okay.
As you all begin to move through, a creature erupts from behind the seagrass, hidden, and it lunges at Fakira.
Oh, Fakira, you still got that +2 AC, baby.
Still got the +2. Oh, good. It's the same thing.
It lunges forward and stabs at you with a coral spear.
Yep.
Oh, come on, buddy.
Yep.
Come on, armor.
For a
There we go.
12.
There we go.
It bounces off of this force. Oh, I need to move the map so we actually see what's happening. It bounces off of this magical force in front of you, and the blades, the barbed blades of it, swing up just past Fakira's face. Everyone will have an opportunity to react. Just a simple movement and an attack, if you like. We will start with Fakira, since you were attacked. Oh, great.
Fakira's gonna take out just her dagger.
Okay.
And try to at it.
Fillet it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, she's not supremely practiced with the dagger recently, and the water is a weird resistance. She's not practiced underwater, and the thing is able to dodge out of the way pretty easily.
Brazino, you can react next. 15 is the AC of the thing.
Okay, I'm gonna step because it looks like a little gap. Can I step between it and Fakira?
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Not really.
I went
no.
on top of her, but I went
Yeah,
right
you.
between them.
I'm sorry, you cannot step
Okay.
between the two of them. Bad sushi.
Okay, I'm too big, and I guess it wouldn't be a step anyways. Bad
Too
sushi.
swole.
And I'm going to attack it with my, kind of what I do.
Awesome. Underwater knife fighting, huh? Ooh. Ooh.
I'm going to bless that.
Excellent.
So 16.
That hits, of course.
So 10 points of damage.
Ooh. It lurches sideways as you slash through its skin. Again, the water fills with the kind of green and shiny fluid of its blood. Fanaze.
I immediately spin around and I panicked for a split second, but luckily it's looking at Fakira and Brazino, and I throw my trident at it. Okay, where is it? There it is. Oof, dirty 20.
Yeah, baby.
Nice.
So I it's almost like I turn around, I see it, I kind of scrunch and panic, almost hiding my eyes, but seeing that it's the back of its head, and I, kind of use that as my wind up and throw the trident into its shoulder blade into its back shoulder blade.
It
and then
shrieks a gurgle as your blade enters the back of it.
And then I tear it out by calling it back.
Oh, perfect. Periergos.
All right, I'm gonna peek around Fanaze, and then also utter a string of curses at it.
Okay.
There's a wisdom saving throw 13.
Okay. It saves.
It saves.
It whips its head around almost sideways as if its neck is broken and peers eyelessly at you, unamused by your jests.
I'm going to hold my ground.
Nico.
So where Nico's at, he kind of knows where this thing is at, right? The light is shining out of its head, or it's not?
Kind of. Not really. It actually has its mouth closed mostly, but every time it shrieks, you can see some of the light erupting.
So I'm pretty sure he can use his little smith's hammer, and he's gonna see. He's not totally sure, honestly, if Purpose's fire will work underwater, but he's pretty curious. And this seems like the safest place to do it, because if he misses, hopefully it'll miss off into the bushes over there.
Go for it.
Let's see what happens here. Boom. Go, baby. No. So
it just
so the
evaporates.
yeah, it just kind of sizzles out into the water. Doesn't even light any of the weeds on fire. And then he's gonna just keep concentrating on that armor because he knows his buddy.
The
Is it-
creature thrusts the spear out in front of itself and opens its mouth almost as if to bite it. And the spear itself begins to emit this bright light that begins to blind all of you. I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
15.
This is awesome.
The magical effect.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
it is. So you
So
can.
good.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
yes.
Come on,
Excellent.
babe.
I'm gonna
Ugh.
bless
Oh.
I'm absolutely
So Nico's gonna-
Excellent.
Nico's gonna use that.
Excellent.
Okay.
The thing though, Andy, where he's gonna use that thing. He's got the pious protection, where he failed a saving throw, so he can re-roll it once per long rest.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
All right, let's see what happens here. Whew, come on, Perforos, talk to us.
Aw.
There we go.
Let's see here. Ooh.
Does this seem like a blessed situation?
Oh no, that is
Okay.
very good. Very good. Mwah. The light dies down for a second, and both Peri Ergos and Fanaze, in front of you, you see a Johnny Goldmane, and he turns and points to both of you, and he says, "You have a destiny, but you are too weak to fulfill it. Instead, you will die down here." And you're going to take some damage.
Mm.
Just 1d8 this time. 4 damage as it pierces into your mind and you feel as if your destiny is being pulled away from you as someone you look up to denies your promise. It's going to be back to Fakira's turn again.
She just. All right, and she kind of like tries to back up, but she's gonna try and
You're
hit him
against
with
the
Eldritch
wall.
Blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be at disadvantage, but she's a big fan of not trying. The skill that is required with knives, is very tough. She doesn't know how her friends do it. Oops, whoops. I was supposed to be at disadvantage. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh, man.
so that is 6 damage. Brazino was affected by the uh-oh? No, okay.
No.
She's going to, hopefully while he's taking his time being affected by the ouchie, she's gonna back up behind Brazino.
You actually kill the creature with your
Oh.
attacks.
Shaky.
You rupture its chest. You actually like poke a hole straight through its chest, which is absolutely bizarre for Periergos and Fanaze to witness. You see your friend Fakira raise up a hand and a wisp shoots out and pierces a Johnny Goldmane straight through the heart. He dips backwards in a moment, blood shooting up through his open mouth, and begins to float in the water, dead, in front of
Yeah,
you.
Fakira.
And
That was big time.
the image of that doesn't fade after death. It
It's
still looks that way.
you sit there, like draining it all into your eyes, and then blink, and it's gone.
Here, we need to keep moving.
Did he have one of us?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take his spear as well. Does it look like the one that?
Indeed,
comrade
it
took.
does. Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab that.
Gosh, the music is so good tonight.
Mhm.
He's got nothing else on him, correct?
No, they don't appear to have very much.
Yeah, they're fish.
And it's time for a little break from the horror. Hi, buddy.
Yeah,
Oh,
babe.
yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Hi. Come on in. Oh, he's more interested in the things that are on the ground. Hi. Hi.
Buddy.
Say hi to everybody.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, Ian.
Night, night, little adventurer. Love you, buddy. Okay. All right. Back to Mama. You smell good. You could have had a good bath.
This haircut's looking good, Andy.
Here you go.
I need to get to the barber.
Yep, I figured that would happen one of these nights. Just be like, no, I don't want to go. Bye-bye. Love you.
Aww. Grumble.
Okay.
Don't kill him, Dad.
Don't kill them, Dad. Oh.
His first words.
It's not going to save them. No. Not my favorite Periergos. Die. Anyways. All right. It's kind of a funny aside. So my wife's name is Steph. My son's name is Ian. I watch a lot of the Gilded Troll. And it's always like a little weird. It's always a little weird for me. I'm just like, and Ian's like a family name too, so quite a bit. They're super cool though. Really enjoy watching them. It's just always funny. And me and my wife, we've played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons together as well. So it's cool to see. I don't know those.
Well, I
names
heard
that
there's going to
evoke
be like
such
a
good
father-daughter episode with Eric and his daughter, so maybe husband-wife team.
Oh yeah, Steph is very shy. So,
Oh.
well, we'll see.
Okay.
Anyways, let's bring back the anxiety again. All right. So you finish off the other nasty fishman. What do you do now?
I think we need to keep moving, Kira.
Thanks.
While
As she looks down and sees the little glowy starting to dim. It was useful. Cool trick.
Yes.
So Andy, when we get to the seagrass here, where it's kind of busy, do we notice any kind of shadows or anything in it before I step into this?
No, you can almost see like through it into the main room that you were in initially to begin your adventure. You see the stairs up where you came from.
Okay. And I mean, we're all pretty much in agreement that we're going to try to find another way around that octopus thing.
Excellent. You begin traveling down another hallway.
Yeah,
which
so
is
Nico's got
very
his shield up.
similar.
Yeah. Nico's got his shield up, and I guess he's more listening than looking.
Look, we just did a big
circle? Yep.
We just did a big circle.
Big circle.
I feel like he does try to be like a little bit like kind of think like the natives a little bit and use his brains. So he's gonna more be listening than looking. Like he's looking kind of on the ground just to make sure that they're not stepping into a pit or anything. But he's kind of more listening for that swishing sound, I guess,
Okay.
like the sound of that octopus.
Give me a perception check then.
Okay. Wish I was better at this. Come on, baby. Yeah, no.
Ooh. You don't hear anything. It's hard to hear it over like the pulsing of the water.
I don't hear anything.
You come into another room that appears to be like a preparation chamber of some kind. It feels a little like, knowing what you know from your religion check, you actually think this might be a room to prepare for some kind of like physical test. Maybe not like picking up weights or a ridiculous amount of weight and traveling all the way down here to the end where you see a statue of Erois.
Okay.
But if the weights are still here, they have disappeared into the rubble and are gone. And the walls depicting these feats are, again, covered in moss and hard to tell.
Brazino, didn't you used to compete in things like this?
Well, yes, but not underwater.
Oh, true. Okay. Yeah, it
Seems
seems
not
like
hold my breath that long.
seems harder to carry heavy things in the air than underwater.
Oh boy.
I guess he's just gonna. I mean, because he thinks that he doesn't hear anything, so he's kind of just bumping ahead. He's kind of got the shield up. He's feeling overly confident.
Excellent. Just moving ahead, huh?
Is there anything on this wall? I'm sorry, not this wall.
It appears
more of
that
those
there
pictures?
is more, more kind of, um, more of the inscriptions on the wall, but
Okay.
it doesn't seem like there's anything particular of interest on it necessarily. The typical things, acts of heroism, feats of athleticism, the general like. You all continue swimming forward. Your trip very uneventful down this path.
Fakira, do we notice that you're kind of hurting? Or
She has had a splitting headache this entire time.
all right, so before we kind of, because we're kind of feeling like maybe we're gonna come up on this octopus thing, and so Fakira, if you don't mind, do I could do a little mending on you, and he's gonna, if you'll allow him, he's gonna reach out and
Mm-hmm.
put a cure wounds on you.
Thanks.
Do that just in case if we're gonna die. Let's go down fighting. So there you go.
I think this is probably a good moment to take a little bit of a break as well.
Cool.
So we're going to take a 5.
Perfect.
Thank you for being with us so far. Let's see what that really weird creature is. After this break, we'll be
Dun, dun, dun.
right
To this break.
back.
Oh.
Hi, welcome back to Mystic Odysseys of Theros, tomorrow's Twilight. You are joining the heroes of tomorrow's Twilight as they explore an under-the-sea ruined temple. They are searching for a artifact spear that is somewhere down here in order to save their captain, Captain Moro, who has been abducted by rogue Tritons. The heroes have spotted some evil thing that gives them great pause, and instead of charging down the hallway at it, they've wisely, perhaps, decided to go around it. So, you are just about to traverse down this hallway into another room that seems to have a statue of Erois in it.
As we've been going through all this stuff that's sort of revering Erois. I mean, I'm not very good at, divining any sort of particular storytelling from these, but I've seen his image spammed enough around arenas and other places, and I'm just kind of overseeing him everywhere. And now this statue is like coming into view, and I just turn to Brazino and I go, why is the Temple of Thassus so full of someone so, I don't know, him fighting forever in some epic battle in the sky, and there's no end? Why does a warrior want to revere that? You should revere the end, the potential victory, the destiny of a warrior. And this place is full of corruption and in Thassa's domain. It seems suspicious to me.
Perhaps it fell into Thassa's domain. He is part of the games, and I don't know him very well, but perhaps he is glorifying the conflict, the battle, the trials. I do not know.
He doesn't know enough to philosophize further, but he just kind of, lets it sit there.
If this temple were on land, you'd be in big trouble, buddy.
I know, but I think it's the fact that it's in another god's temple. It almost seems like it's like the ancient version of him seeing like pop-up spam on his computer. It's like, this doesn't belong here. Why is this here? I've seen this all over the internet in the worst spots. Why is it here?
Man.
Like,
Yeah. So you all would know, and probably all of you would cringe as you heard Fanazi say this. Just out of reflex, it's a generally good idea not to talk shit about a god while you're in their temple. Fortunately, this temple is at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah. Feeling kind of brave because it's in the ocean.
And nothing bad happens that you know of.
Not yet.
Probably a good thing we got fastest plus.
So where are you guys going?
Yeah, wait, but aren't you an athlete as well?
I am, but as a Leonin, right, I'm very skeptical to begin with, so I only really truly believe the one that appeared to me and talked to me directly.
Right, okay.
And especially now that the first time she's given me such a visceral image to help us. So now I'm even more like just completely on her side and kind of like wondering. And I've seen a lot of warriors fall that have been like touching the hoofs of Clothis' statues and doing all sorts of things to revere him, and then just fall in the battlefield. I'm like, well, that didn't help, did it? So I'm totally over it,
Okay.
There is an irony that two sides would worship the same god going into battle, and one would win and one would fail. It's the kind of irony of like victory and defeating other warriors. is definitely not something that would be lost on a veteran warrior. So what are you guys doing? You guys,
I'm going in.
Moving forward, yeah.
Yeah, moving forward.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nico. My head feels better.
This is just something I couldn't quite like put together until this point because I just kept seeing all these images. So I'm good now.
Excellent.
We play our cards right here, Fanaze. We're going to be eating roast octopus for a while.
Oh, what is that thing?
I like the sound of that.
You come through into a long chamber.
Oh.
At one end, you see the statue of Erois looking out upon what looks like a petrified monstrosity.
A hammerhead shark?
Yes. With the claws of a crab and the like tentacles of an octopus coming off the back of it. It is covered in moss and other sea kind of grasses, and behind it you can see the side of the temple has been broken open and goes out into the open ocean.
Hey, you guys, let's back up into this room for a second and talk this through, because I do think we have a chance to approach it from two sides. Yeah.
Periergos.
Yes.
Your last glimpse as you move back with your friends, you see something shiny. It shines brightly in the light and protrudes from the abomination's head like a needle extruding from a stone.
My friends, I believe I found what we seek. Do you see that there?
Where?
I kind of
I'm looking
pointed.
around.
I pointed out to them.
Would we see it?
Yes,
Well,
you can
okay.
see it. You see it pretty clearly because it shines with unnatural light. You see this. Let me make it bigger. And it extrudes from the creature's head. Can you I need to actually put it on the correct layer.
There.
There it is.
Ooh.
I don't want to go meta on your thing, but I don't want to pull that out of its head.
That's gorgeous.
No. Because, no.
But
I'm not sure what would happen, and I'm not one to run.
Hey, my friends, though.
no, I'm swimming up.
We're going to
to it.
attack it, but
I'm not
attack it.
touching
Let's attack
anything,
it
but
from
I'm
two
going
sides.
over to it.
Okay.
Well,
Basically,
it's petrified. It's petrified.
yes, it looks as if it's petrified, but the
Right?
thing is sticking out of its head
Okay.
for certain.
Right. Yeah. So as I go to where I'm at, does it move or do anything?
No, it
Okay.
seems petrified, solid.
So, you all know that when we pull the spear out, right, it's going to come to life.
Oh, yeah.
I have a feeling.
Yep.
Perhaps you're the throwing athlete, are you not?
Well, yes.
And perhaps
Yeah.
you take it, you throw it to me, and then we get out of here as quickly as we can.
I can move real quick.
Hey, guys, I could just try with that mage hand if we're just going to piss it off anyways. There's no sense letting him eat Fanaze right away. I mean, I know we have 2 Fanazes, and he's the 4th, and he's the junior, but...
Not Rosinos.
Resino.
Oh, I'm sorry. Brazino. I don't want to see him get eaten by that thing tonight.
What is the range on your mage hand?
I believe
Or
it's
hand of
60
mage?
feet. Oh, 30 feet. It's 30
not
feet.
bad,
So I'm
yeah.
close enough right now, probably.
I have that ability as well. If we
Oh.
can join forces somehow.
There we go.
Good.
It may be a little more require a little more strength to pull the spear free, though.
I mean, Perry,
So I want to. How big is the hole behind it?
Big enough and more than for it to exit.
Okay.
yeah, I don't
The,
think we want to be on
the
the
narrowest path was the first tunnel we came down. Yes.
I mean, both of them are roughly the same size, but the
that's
other
further
two,
to get to.
yeah,
I
the other
prefer
two.
the one closer to the exit.
Yes. So
Man.
I'm gonna.
Wouldn't you rather be in that narrow hallway where you can't get to us? Like,
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
I wish I'd
Unless-
seen one of those Discovery movies where they have the shark
Swim over-
cages, but I've
over
never
there.
seen one of those.
So you guys are thinking you want to plan your escape away from this creature, essentially.
I think
No.
I think the smart money is on trying to live through this day.
I just froze.
So you're going around it.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Did anything happen?
No, it doesn't move.
Okay, I'm constantly on edge, like ready to bolt.
I feel like some of us should be on one side and some of us should be on the other.
I'm looking at this statue of Erois.
Or Zeno,
Mhm.
you think you'd hit pause for a second? And I'll take Fakira around the other way, and we'll come through that hallway.
Well, I was thinking if I grab spear, I'm fleeing immediately down hallway.
Understood, my friend.
Yes.
We probably want to attack it from all sides. And right now,
Well,
you've got
I-
us in the biggest room where it can fit.
Right. We don't want to be there. We want to be elsewhere.
Okay. So would you like me and Fakira to be in perhaps? I guess do you want everybody in the other
I-
hallway?
Don't know.
Well, now
So
it's
I
late.
can hit it from like here, and then I can cast a spell so I can run real fast, or swim, as it may be.
Okay. And do you want me to? I'll line up in the other hallway and provide a little support for Brazino.
Yeah, probably.
And I've seen Brazino kind of walk right past it.
Yeah,
So-
it's not moving at all.
Yeah. So I kind of just follow his lead, and I'm thinking like sometimes it's better to be lucky than smart. And then I come back and I look here and I guess I see these two bodies are still here.
Yes, they are still there. Let
So
me-
with the two bodies, I'm gonna basically
Put him in front of its eyeballs.
Is its mouth open?
its mouth is open indeed.
I'm gonna swim over and just look in its mouth.
Mm-hmm. It's full of stony, razor sharp teeth.
If you want, Brazino, I could put one of these dead
Yes,
bodies.
let's
in
put
it.
the bodies inside its mouth.
Okay, so he gets Mage Hand going, and he's just gonna kind of, I guess, make a little offering to the whatever this is.
Hi, Jables. Welcome to the party.
Hey.
There's some messed up shit going on.
Brazino, you're literally up on its snout, huh?
We're about to die. Well, it's water, so I'm swimming. I don't have to actually touch it. I
Okay,
can
okay.
just
Oh,
kinda-
that's right. So you're kind of like floating above it.
Yeah, I just wanted to get a look in there.
That's safer.
Right.
Thank
Don't look a gift, sea monster in the mouth.
All right, so while this is going on, Brazino's gonna notice that like the shimmer that he saw around Fakira is starting to like acquiesce. It's starting to happen like all around him, and if he looks back, he'll see Nico kind of pointing that little hammer at him, and he's just kind of shaking his head and laughing at his friend and putting like Perforos's +2 armor class on him since he's floating right above the razor sharp.
Excellent.
And that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so you'll have like a +2 to the armor class, and then I've
Awesome.
started floating one of these bodies over towards you, and then you could just give me the word. And
Yeah, you easily get them into, like, stuffed into the creature's mouth. Like, no problem.
Oh,
And
it doesn't wake up?
No, it's completely made.
that's
It's
awesome.
in stone. Yeah, it
Um,
is 100% stone.
I was gonna say too. I think I interrupted you earlier, Fakira. You were checking
The,
out the statue.
I was looking at the statue, but now I'm looking at the seaweed that's floating all around. Is it like long strands?
There are
or-
long strands and there are small strands too. Like
Okay.
you could potentially
Oh,
hide in
no.
it if you wanted to.
Hey guys,
Nico
what
just
if
had-
we I pull out my dagger. What if we wrap this around its eyeballs? So if it does wake up, it can't see immediately.
I kind
A
of like
blindfold.
that idea,
Is a,
Yeah,
don't you
But
have a
see-
blanket or something too? Like,
yeah, but I like my blanket.
Do
Oh.
sea
So,
monsters
Fakira-
blink?
Could you do me a favor, Fakir, and tell me what you see on the statue down there? Because I'm starting to wonder why this giant thing is stone, and maybe we should be more worried about us turning into stone rather than us being eaten by this thing that's stone.
The statue is most certainly a statue constructed to be there. You don't believe it's like a
Okay.
Another
a
person going.
Okay.
stone frozen
Cool.
anything.
Okay. Well, I'm just...
So, do you guys go take some seaweed and wrap it around its eyes and stuff?
Yeah.
sure, why not?
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds like a good idea.
Is that what
Begrudgingly,
it
but I
is?
do it because
Definitely-
she's been carrying us this
Yeah,
whole time, so
And
I'm gonna do it.
I mean, it can't hurt.
Yeah.
Uh,
It
Right?
can't hurt, Abby.
Plus, it's not like it. Well, I mean, it has
Uh.
tentacles, so it probably could take it off.
so you've stuffed its mouth full of these weird creatures. You've wrapped seaweed around its eyes.
All right,
What
Brazino.
are you going to do?
I think
Well,
you can't
when
get much more
everybody's-
protection.
Everybody get in positions, I suppose, and I will attempt to pull the spear out.
Okay.
I'll stay with the little lions.
You grab onto the spear. It seems to be stuck in there pretty tight. You're going to need to give
Yeah.
me a strength check.
I figured as much.
It's a good thing it wasn't leg week.
Right. So yeah, I'm putting my feet up on the head, grabbing the spear, and giving a good yank, and I just gotta wait for D&D Beyond to.
Respond.
Yeah, here we go. All right, strength. Would that be a saving throw or just?
So click on
Strength.
the strength. So like whatever the plus to your strength is.
Okay.
Not a saving throw.
Come on,
Gotcha.
Karen.
Got it.
Oh no.
Oh.
Ooh, I'll bless that.
You
Or does
push
that
pretty
even-
hard on it, and you yank. It doesn't come out.
Um, as that's happening, and I see him straining, I kind of look over at Fakira and Periagos, and I say, "Stay closer into the corridor." And I kind of turn and I walk towards the sea monster, like slowly, and I say, "Let me have a turn. Perhaps it is written for me to pull." And sorry.
I will move out of the way and not.
Okay.
And can I help him at all?
Can you help? Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
So
If you want.
I'll-
Yes, I want.
Okay.
So I'll help.
So I'll roll with advantage then.
You need to move
and-
yourself over there.
Yes. Oh yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I
'cause-
love it, Christian.
So
Here
I'll,
we go,
I'll
baby.
probably be taking the front spot now since you're helping. And
Here, want me to move? I'll move back.
just
one.
move it out to the end of the spear, I guess. Okay, rolling with advantage, crossed,
Why am I not moving?
and I think I need to call. If I use inspiration before I roll, right?
Your bless? Usually.
No, I still have an inspiration
Oh,
from
okay.
Periagos. That was still the same day. So
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
okay. So I'll use inspiration on this, just to make sure we really get it. And then The D6. Okay, so 19.
19. The both of you yank and push and use your legs to push against the creature's head, and with a satisfying pop, the spear comes free. And as it comes free, you see a trickle of blood start to come from the creature's head, and you see its skin begin to turn into actual skin.
Yeah.
Run!
Everyone roll initiative for me, please.
I don't
Yes.
think this is a run
Oh
thing.
boy.
Oh, we gotta click on our.
We're
Yes.
gonna
thing.
die. Oh yeah, I got to click on my
Gonna
token.
die now.
Okay.
Look at us coming
let
out
me
with
get
fire.
this. Let me get
Yeah.
this in here.
Wow, 20
Naze.
for Kira. Nice.
Fakira.
Not so much.
Dude, you know what? The god of victory's gonna smile on Fakira because you're like, yeah, you've just been carrying us.
Yeah.
In his
together.
temple.
Okay. Let's see
Them
here.
rolls,
GM
man.
token.
Uh,
Why am I not able to select
Eric, I
anything?
just
Oh,
have
it's on
this
drawing.
picture of you just swimming over that giant maw. Just like, that's beautiful.
Well, I'm a lion, so it's
Oh.
more of a dog paddle, right?
It's a kitty paddle.
And it's like blindfolded.
Yes.
But Christian,
Got
you don't know
snatched.
this, but in Dark Kingdom, the
Yeah.
2 times characters have died, they yelled exactly what you just yelled.
Oh really?
Run. You run.
Run! I know. I was thinking the same exact thing. I'm just like,
Ryan
not
has like a
good.
satisfied smile on his
that's
face
not
right now.
good. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh, boy.
So.
And so, Andy, like if we're around the corner and we can't see the AC, can you just let us know what it is?
Sure.
23.
Okay. So, first up is Fakira. What is Fakira going to do?
Meta. Would I know it is time to attack it, or am I still in a holding pattern?
You would see it start to change colors, and immediately its tentacles begin to wriggle around.
Okay. I'm going to aim at its center body and say, no, 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 no. No.
Yes.
She's very verbose, you guys. And she's going to miss because I'm pretty sure it doesn't have an AC of 10.
Yes, let me put its AC up for you because that's important. I'm sure you also all see its HP.
It's so
It
big
has
though,
A nice big
Oh.
red bone.
that I can't see around the corner.
Okay. Let me put the art up for its AC token.
I mean, to be fair, we only see the HP bar, not the actual numbers.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, it's awesome.
No,
It's just
no,
really big.
no numbers. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
a 1 at the beginning. That's all I see.
So you should be able to see that its AC
16.
is 16.
Okay. Yeah. Nope.
Go ahead and describe the
She
miss then.
She fires off an eldritch blast, and it looks really cool. Except for it manages to hit an area of it that is still stone, so it does literally nothing.
Excellent. Yes. Next up is Nico.
Yeah, Nico he's undeterred by Purpose's fire, and he's just gonna shoot Purpose's fire there at that big fat piece of it that he can see through the hallway because he's kind of taking cover in the hallway. Oh, here we go. And same thing, just fizzles out in the water, and man, he's not feeling good about this
You
at
get the
all.
feeling that it actually just straight up doesn't work underwater.
Yep.
Are you going to move at all?
Well, I think he's got pretty good cover right here, so he's just gonna watch what happens here and be ready to move.
Fanaze. As you pull the spear away, you feel a strange tingling in your fingers, and you look down, and they are starting to turn to stone.
Oh no.
You need to give me a Constitution saving throw to attempt to resist the spear turning you into stone.
no way. Okay.
Oh shit.
The DC is 16.
probably gonna bless this if it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bless it.
Holy.
Oh.
No, there's no point. Oh wait, is there a? I don't know what.
Yeah.
Does a blue card do anything? I have one of those.
Oh, you do have one of those.
Yeah, I have one.
Did you write down what it is? Because I don't have an idea what it is at this moment.
I think you told me I had a blue card. I don't think you told me what it did.
Well then, why don't you go ahead and roll me real quickly a D20 and a D4.
Okay.
I will tell you what they are.
And a D4. Okay. So a 14 and a 2, so 16.
16.
If that makes sense.
You're gonna get turned stone.
Oh shit.
Oh shit! I'd like to rage now.
He's the angry stone man.
Oh. So
you
I
may, after making a saving throw, you may add a D6. So
Yeah, that will.
immediately
Okay.
that will help you if you combine it with a bless. You could get 10.
Right, but that will that have any sort of mitigating effect?
Yeah, so let's see if you got an 18, you would
Yeah.
save against the
Okay, so right now I can roll a what? What should I roll?
a D6 and a D4.
A D6 and a D4. Okay, and this is all the blue card thing, or is this
This
the
is
blue
blue card and a bless.
and a bless? Okay. So here's the D6. Oh god.
Oh.
I mean, I'm trying to get over 10, I guess. So D4.
You,
so
you need
3.
a 16.
Yeah, I know. I need a 16. It's not worth it.
Oh,
It's done.
Christian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your hands begin to turn to stone, and it begins to go up your forearm. You can still move and swim around, but your arms are turning to stone.
Okay.
Go towards the exit.
Do I still have an action? Like I'm still in action. It's
Yes,
just, this
you
is
could
happening
still,
to me.
You could still be in an action. The other thing that's kind of strange too is that now one of your hands is solidly gripped around the spear as it has started to turn to stone.
I think, and the hardest I've probably ever been capable of thinking before, had to think before for myself, knowing I am not in the domain of my God, but knowing my God has led me here. Knowing that if I do what I want to do rather than what I should do, I may forsake glory, but it will serve the pride better.
Okay.
And I decide to disengage with my full speed down the nearest corridor with the spear in hand.
Go for it.
I also, before I do that, because I am frustrated, I am mad, I use I'm looking at this happening. I have it raised, like I want to strike it. And I bring it down and I let out a daunting roar right in its ugly face before I run off.
What does it need to make for that?
A DC 12.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yes. Wisdom saving throw, DC 12.
Oh.
It gets
Come on.
a 15.
Oh.
Yep. And then full. I still have my full speed though.
Yep.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Yes.
And that's a disengage. So I don't get. Yeah, disengage is like okay. That's fine. That's the full thing. Okay. That's all I can do.
Perry Ergos. What are you up to?
Okay, where did Fanaza? He went up in the hallway
Yes.
up top. Okay. Shit. Let's see what I got. I think I'm just gonna get the hell out of there. That's what I think I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I saw him with a spear go down the corner, so I'm just going to head down here. Saying, "Run!" to Fakira as I go by.
Right behind you.
Maybe run has the opposite effect from Theros.
Brazino.
Okay, so is it fully come to life, or is it still transforming out of stone?
It's transforming. It's about halfway. It will be in the next couple seconds, and it's starting to move as it does so.
Okay, I'm splitting.
Go for it.
Where
And
did,
the map seems to be frozen.
Oh, the map seems to be frozen. Let me update or refresh it real quick as it kills the music, of course.
Music is nice, though. A little bit Star Trek-y.
And then as I pass or get to Bonazé, can I grab him and drag him for the rest of my movement?
As you go to grab him, you also feel a tingling in your fingers as well. He pulled the spear from your hands, but it still seems to have an effect on you. You need a DC 16 Constitution saving throw as you see your fingertips start to turn to stone.
Sweet.
Oh, Brasino, Brasino!
So I'll go ahead and use my inspiration. Take that off, and so I can roll again.
Oh, did you have advantage on a saving throw?
No, you told me I had inspiration.
Oh, yes, you do have inspiration.
You just give it to him.
Right,
Yes.
exactly.
For
Come on,
hugging.
Eric.
Hugspiration.
The hugspiration.
Right.
Bless.
Okay, so I'll bless.
I
that.
don't have the heart to bane you on this. Let's just let the dice decide.
1d.
Come on, 4.
Oh!
The stone begins to extend into your hands and into your forearms.
Okay. But I can keep moving, right?
Yes, you can.
And was I able to grab him at all?
Kind
Like
of.
around? Okay.
Kind of.
I just wanted to pull him. So does that cut my movement and speed, or my speed in
Yes,
half?
you're going to be moving in difficult, and he's very, very, he's a big dude.
So maybe another 15 feet instead of 35.
Sure.
Okay, 5, 10, 15. So I pulled him right around the corner there.
Do we need to
Melee, you're a little too evil for me. Because that's exactly what I was thinking when I was making this. And I just love that 2 of you had to pull out the spear. It is the creature's turn. The creature fully becomes flesh again, and as it does, it thrashes around and chomps down on the creatures in its mouth. And for any of you who look behind you, you see the room fill with this green, glittering blood. It thrashes around, and you feel the entire temple shake as it throws its tentacles into the walls. One of them even kind of flops down the hallway behind you and nearly flicks Fanaze on the back, just barely missing him. But it thrashes around and cannot see. Fakira, it is your turn.
We going? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Run!
30, 35.
Run!
5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 30, 35.
You just run away. Run away!
run away.
She's gonna cast Expeditious Retreat.
And
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay.
Excellent.
She gone.
Excellent.
Whoosh.
Oh
We're
man.
running. It's
It
bad.
is Nico's turn.
So did Nico when Brazino grabbed the spear from Falnese, did he notice that the stone shifted from one to the other, or are they both turning to stone now?
They're both turning to stone, but you might have a hard time seeing it unless they are both collectively shouting it out or something along those
Yeah, right.
lines.
I mean, they're right in front of me. And because they're kind of moving. Okay. Shit.
Shit, indeed.
I think there's only one thing to do. Like, since they've both failed con saves, yanking that thing, but we have to get it, don't we? Because like, if they turn to stone, we're totally screwed. Okay, so he's gonna try, since they're just holding it and they're not frozen to it yet. Is that true? Like,
it's actually stuck in Fanaze's hands. He's
it's
full
stuck
on
in
holding
Fanaze's
it.
hands. Holy shit! And Brazino's carrying him now.
Thank you
Kinda
very much.
switch.
Kind of, yeah. I'd move him up right there with spear in hand.
All right, so I guess if I see the spear, I'm not really sure what the hell's going on. So I'm gonna go 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Thank you so much
30.
for the blesses.
And I'm
Blesses
gonna point.
incoming, everybody.
One for
Oh,
Nico.
nice. Thank you. I'm guessing that we want to go down the wider hallway, so I'm kind of directing the guys towards the opening to the right, and then I guess I'm holding like I still stupidly think Perforos's fire might work because of my belief in him, and so I'm kind of holding that in case anything comes out the hallway. I'm gonna blast it like in front of us to clear a hole, and I guess I can dash, right? Since I'm not really taking, or no, because I'm reserving action, so that's where I'm going to be, right there.
Okay. Thank you so much for the biddies, the Grand Eldritch. Thank you. Excellent.
And Harry, Brazino, and
Fanaze.
Fanaze.
Ah, yeah. Got
Thank
me
you.
some veins. Oh, wow. Wow, okay.
Evil.
So, Periergos, Brazino, Fanaze. Blesses all around.
Yeah. baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are gonna need them, cause...
Can you use blesses when you're dead?
When you're turned to stone? On the bottom of the ocean?
It's the worst place to be stoned.
That's the worst
guess-
place to be stoned.
Well, at least you
Statues
don't
don't
need
have to
air.
be-
You're stone, right? Yeah.
Oh, that's
exactly.
true. When the thing runs out.
It is
Ah.
Fanaze's turn now.
Okay, I mean, I'm already doing it, so straight up, full speed and dash. So, out the narrow corridor.
Out the narrow corridor.
Um,
Excellent.
30, oh, so 30, 35, and then, so I'm in the narrow corridor now.
As you rush along, you feel the stone's grip continue to spread across your skin. Go ahead and give me another Constitution saving throw. Again, DC 16.
And I'm gonna bless that.
There we go.
Have to bless that.
Thank you for the blesses.
Thank you so much. Oh, nice.
Oh, excellent.
Nice.
You grit into it, forcing all of your will. You feel a little bit of the god's support for a moment. You manage to push the stone back, but it still grips your hands.
I think to myself, like, just in my head, like, for the pride.
Excellent. Peri Ergos.
I'm just gonna keep. No.
No Banes there, Gorgongon. I will use it a little more nefariously.
Oh crap.
But thank you. I'm looking forward to using them.
So I'm just dashing.
You're just dashing? Okay, excellent. Down here at the bottom.
Yeah, down at the bottom. Yep. So there I go. That's my max.
That's your max. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do? Say, look around.
Nope. I'm just booking it. Well,
Okay.
swimming.
All right. Brazino.
I'm doing exactly what my comrade did and making double time. Straight up dash. And I should be able to get. He was the same place, so right to where he is.
Okay. As you swim along, you also feel the stone's grip attempting to spread down your skin. Give me a Constitution saving throw of DC 16.
You got it.
And I'm gonna bane this one.
Of course you are. And it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
But yeah, so do I feel like I'm turning completely?
It has extended now to like almost all the way to your shoulder. You can still move your arms, but they have turned heavy and useless.
Oh no.
If I'm gonna turn, I want to freeze in like a heroic pose. So can I have like
Dude, I'm gonna carry you out.
Okay.
Just like
exactly?
It's not
Arnold
the,
Schwarzenegger, like muscle man pose. Mr.
it's not
Universe.
the
Beaches that way,
5'3"
lady.
satyr that's turning to stone. It's the 7-foot Leonin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The creature begins to thrash around again. And now I'm going to do something a little fun. I'm going to
Of
see
course
what
you are.
direction he goes. So I'm going to roll a 20 here. Oh, he's going to leave. So he's going to go the direction of the point. He slams around. You can see him behind you, Nico, as he slams into the cave walls, scraping against it. Everyone shakes back and forth as the temple just rocks. But then it's gone. It just swims away out into the open ocean.
Sorry, Triton.
Yeah.
Oh, and I saw that, huh?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Yeah. It is Fakira's turn.
She is going to run. 5, 10. And she doesn't see her friends, so she's gonna swim real fast just to make sure they're getting okay.
Okay.
So she's doing a lot of dashing. Does she need to make a con save, or is this
No.
copacetic?
No, you have a swim speed, so this is kind of natural for you.
Okay, so she makes it there,
A webbed satyr.
and she at least sees them.
Uh-huh.
Come on! Come on! She's gonna yell as they're turning into stone in
Nico,
front of her.
it is your turn.
Yeah, so Nico is seeing these guys turn to stone. He's kind of seeing the thing go the other way. He
Oh,
doubles down
for a
5,
second.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And then I think at 50, because he's not sure when these guys are going to turn totally to stone, he's just going to hang with them, basically, just in case like somebody needs to carry them out.
Okay. Vanaze, you feel the stone's grip still in your hands. It's subsiding slightly, but you can feel it still push back against your will. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw. 16 is the DC. And I'm going to Bane this one for sure. Oh!
Bonaze! Bonaze!
Damn it! Okay, let's see if I can get a, like, negative whatever on the Bane. Oh, damn it!
It's still passed.
Just won't do.
Son!
Damn
For
it.
the pride!
Rawr.
It completely leaves you. You are holding the spear now, and it has completely vacated your body. You are 100% flesh once more, still holding the very weapon that cursed your skin.
And I continue.
Absolutely.
I am relieved, but I have no time to celebrate. So still dashing. As far as I know, I don't know what's left. So
Go for it.
So when I get to this point, I see Fakira down there. He's like, "Move out of the way! Don't touch the spear!"
Hot potato, baby.
I just run right past her.
Right with the spear. Excellent.
See giant Leonin coming straight for me.
Harry Ergos. it is your
7'5"
turn.
Leonin.
I am just gonna keep going. And I end up right about here.
Okay.
Middle of that narrow hallway.
Are you dashing or are you just...
Yeah, I'm dashing.
dashing. You're
Yeah.
just a slow human. Cool.
Just a slow human.
You hear thrashing behind you, and then it kind of goes quiet after a moment.
Okay.
And you don't hear thrashing anymore, but you still feel anxious. Oh. Yes, you moved all the way down there. Excellent. All right. Brazino. Brazino.
Yep. Yep.
The
Yep.
stone's embrace
Oh.
seeks to envelop you wholly.
Yep.
You need a DC 16
This can be the end of the line.
Can I
I
help
have
him?
gone so you guys have gone so far.
No,
All right. Here we go.
not.
Bless!
I will blast.
I do not have any veins.
Yes!
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
Yes.
Oh,
Come on,
come on.
Brazino.
Oh!
Oh, it's awesome.
The
That's your favorite thing,
stone
Eric.
creeps up your shoulders, up your neck, into your chin, and after a moment, your eyes go blank with
So-
stone.
As that's happening, I strike like a full-on heroic pose because there's no way he's gonna be frozen looking weird.
You do the best
A
you
discus
can.
throw.
Dab. No.
But it looks forced because you're trying.
It looks forced 'cause you're trying.
It always does. It always.
You
It's like halfway
turn
there.
completely to stone.
Did that happen immediately, or was I able to move like?
Let's
At
say
all,
you're
or-
able to move like 30 feet as your
Okay.
your feet continue to
That'll make it
run.
easier for my comrades
Sure.
to move me if they so desire.
Oh, how tall is
Okay.
And I was blocking somebody else.
He's
Yeah,
like over 7
so
foot, I think.
I didn't want to trap my
Nico.
my
Yeah.
companion
I was
behind me.
I'm gonna carry you, baby.
How
Well, I know, but
how
I'm
tall
a-
is your character?
6'9". 6'9", 270.
Andy.
6'9" of stone. What is that one?
And this is where you got the evil, baby.
All right. Nico and Fakira, you see your friend turn
Yeah.
to stone before your eyes, and as the stone grips him, he makes a heroic pose that looks forced, but it's heroic anyways.
It's a little
Yep.
constipated.
Excellent.
Classic.
And
Oh.
the entire place goes quiet. The thrashing is gone. You feel the whoosh, whoosh, whoosh of the current as Brazino stands completely still.
And Nico screams, Fakira, tell Fanaze to stop.
Fanaze, stop!
I kind of like mid-stride, and then my legs are kind of like in mid-stride, so I'm kind of half floating, and I kind of like settle again and look over, kind of like what what's wrong?
Brazino, stop!
So Nico's having an idea. So Nico kind of screams at Fakira, tell them that giant gargantuan monster is gone, but we need to get Brazino out of here, and I have an idea for that spear. And can Nico? I mean, he's not as strong as the other guys, but can he carry this dude? Like, can he float him a little bit?
What is your strength?
It is a 10.
No. You cannot carry him by yourself. He is much too large.
Fakira, ask Fanaze to come help me.
I'm on my way because she communicated to me. So I'm slowly walking. Like, okay, so I have the spear in my hand still. Do I feel any? Do I feel like the effects have settled? Is it tingling or?
No, it's not tingling at all. You actually feel a bit of a connection to the spear as well.
And,
it feels good in your hands.
I moved that. I finally, for the first time, like stopped squeezing so tightly because that's how it felt when I was running with it, and I finally like stretched my hands out, almost as if it felt like the first time I've been doing that in years. And I put it in the back, and I put it on my back with the rest, and I move up. Yeah, I have an arsenal. It's weird. I go up and I run to the corridor to see him in stone. And I didn't expect that. I thought that it was just me that was happening to, because I had the spear. So we have to get him out of there.
And Nico kind of looks at you, goes, you know what, buddy? I hate to say this, but Brazino's in a good pose, and I think he could survive forever like this. We saw that octopus come back to life. We just need to figure out how to get him out of here. But listen to me. I know you said you wanted to kill that son of a bitch that's up above us, and he told us nothing about that spear, and it seems like you figured it out. But I think if the monster's gone, we can spend a little bit of time here. I can do a little ritual, talk to Perforos, find out how you can use that spear. We can have Fakira. She can figure out how to use her wand. I think we've still got some time. We've got to save Captain Morrow, and there's only one way to do that, and that's for us to kind of all work together. But
you're
we need to have a plan.
certainly running out of time. You think you maybe only have a few hours left.
Yeah, hours. But is it for identify ritual? It's like 10 minutes or something like that.
And it's not going to tell you like you're wanting to cast identify on Brazino or the spear.
On the spear to find out the properties so that Fanaze knows how to use it, because they want it, and I want to know why they want it. And then I will also want to help Fanaze, like, because it seems like he might be able to attune this thing. But I think if we've got 6 hours, we could take an hour to. Does attunement take a whole rest?
No, you can. I mean, yes, usually it does take a short rest, or
of like an
rest.
hour though.
No. Go ahead and identify the thing, and that will give you some clarity.
While they're doing that, Fakira is using her super speed, and she is just swimming up and out, and like just peeking her head up over the lip of the top, just to see where the big spooky thing went.
Yes. Give me a perception check, Fakira. Oh, yay!
Boom.
You get a blue card. Let's decide that real quickly.
Fakira,
give me a D20 plus a D6.
6 reports.
8.
Mm,
8.
Nice.
it could be
Solid.
good though.
So
Very.
definitely be sure you write this down. After making an attack roll, or making a skill check or attack roll, you can roll a d12 and add it to it. You can use that anytime you want.
That's fire.
Very nice. Very nice.
And can we, if it's okay with you, Falnaze, I think we take the statue of Brazino out into this bigger room.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll help. Yeah.
And that way they can kind of see what we're doing.
Yes,
and we'll
you managed to slide together Brazino out into this room. How you doing, Brazino? Stoned. Stoned. Everybody must get stoned.
Everybody must get stoned.
Yes. Yes. Thank you for reminding me, Cam. Periargos also needs to roll for his card as well. D20 plus 6, or did you use it already?
No, I didn't use it. We didn't decide what it was yet.
Oh, okay. D20
So
plus
D20 plus
D6.
Okay.
Nice. Thank you, Ken.
9.
9. Okay. Turn a successful hit against you into a miss.
Ooh.
Or a critical hit into a normal hit. You may use that anytime you like.
Cool.
Very
That's a good
cool.
one.
Okay, cool. All right. Tell me about this identify. Thank you so much. I'm entirely out of Banes. I needed them absolutely. Tell me about this Bane.
So the idea is like Nico's kind of talking to them and saying like, hey, the giant like gargantuan octopus is gone. We do have this weapon that Fonaze seems to have an affinity towards, and we know we don't trust the people that we have to go upstairs and see. So we know we have a couple more hours, and it might be worthwhile just to take 1 hour, let like everybody get healed up, identify the spear, and see if it's something that we can use.
Before that happens, Fakira sees something bizarre when she looks out. Fakira, you see nothing. There's no one out there. But you do see a black cloth floating in the water.
Nearby?
Yes, about where the emissary was standing above.
I don't trust it. And I go back down.
Excellent. Okay. You begin this identify spell on the spear? Yes.
I think so, yes. But
Okay.
it's gonna look it's not gonna look like a wizard kind of doing all his things. It's gonna look more like a scientist kind of like analyzing like all the pieces of this spear,
Do
how
you
it's been
touch it?
built. He's a smith. He just definitely does not touch it. He's seen 2 of his buddies turn to stone.
Okay.
At this point, seems like a
Excellent.
bad idea. If anybody has to touch it, he'll ask Fanaze to touch it and kind of tell him what he feels.
Okay. Excellent. You spend almost 20 minutes going over the whole thing, so we can do a short rest just for everybody right now.
There we go.
You identify the spell as the fang of the spear as the fang of the Gorgon. It appears to be a spear crafted by the Gorgons and their sisters, and imbued with the power to turn it, whatever struck with it or touches it, into stone. You recognize that Fanaze has actually attuned to it by surviving the process of
That's awesome.
expelling the like stone form and can use it. It is a +2 spear.
Oh, that's awesome.
That has an ability to turn things to stone, which I'll tell you about at a later point because I don't have it prepared right now.
That's fine.
Is that something he can use right now?
Yes, he could straight up use it right now. Absolutely.
So here's let me check this out real quick. So for the infusion, because I think the infusion's like pretty quick. It's like a oh no, it's a long. Never mind. Okay. Wow. So he passes all this information on to Fanaze, and Fanaze does that little dance that he does, the happy dance. Excellent. And what? So guys, like, sounds like there's nothing up above us, but Kira's telling us that it sounds like a trick, which I believe. What do we need to do with this spear? If he didn't need it, how are we going to find Captain Morrow if they're gone?
I think we need to find her. She's probably hidden nearby.
So sorry, for Kira, you told us that there was no one up there.
Mm-hmm. I would have.
A floating black cloth.
Right. Perhaps the beast scared them all off.
Or ate him?
One would hope not, or we might not have a chance to find the captain.
Yeah.
All right. Are you guys going to go up?
Yeah, I mean,
It
looks like everybody's healthy again.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up.
For sure. Well, we did a short rest, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta do.
So I did Bardic Inspiration too.
I'm just gonna stay right where I'm at, if that's okay.
One inspiration, song of rest. So you guys get an extra D6.
Excellent. Not after all those click and drags from Andy. Somebody's using their meta knowledge. No meta. No, I'm kidding. That is completely fine. So do you all go up and drag Brazino with you, or do you leave him down there?
We bring him up.
Yeah, we bring him up.
Okay. Let us move you to the scene.
Yeah, over the stunk.
I'm gonna say that Nico, because he's kind of a little bit of an engineer, he does kind of take his spear, which he never really uses very often, anyways. Kind of has it long, and then kind of like how you have like the when a cannibal has a human hanging from a stick and they're gonna cook it. We kind of tie him onto it so that we could just put him on like a shoulder like this and kind of make it easier for. So instead of us carrying him 7 foot up, he's like 7 foot kind of this direction, and that way once we have to go up, we can maybe like hopefully put some oxygen into our backpack and stuff like that and float him up. It's a little bit easier.
Okay.
We'll try to engineer it.
As you come up to the surface of this temple, you see this strange black cloth floating in the water, roughly where the emissary was standing. The emissary and the blue cloaked mage are nowhere to be seen.
Falmaze, how about you stab it with that fang of the Gorgon? See if we can turn that cloak into stone.
With pleasure. And I walk up to it, and I carefully, I realize that the mysteries and the arcane nature of who we were kind of dealing with earlier, and that I don't understand how any of it works. So this looks ominous already. So I kind of like anxiously go to make contact with the black cloth. And touch it with the spear. You
poke the black cloth with the spear, and it moves like a cloth in water. It does not turn to stone. But as you poke it, you notice that there's something incredibly strange about the cloth. You see it as cloth from like one direction, but as it begins to move from another, it's concave, goes in, and you see a hand stretching limply from inside of the concave space.
I pull the spear point away.
Does it look like Morrow's hand? Like, does she have any jewelry or?
Yeah. Do we know it? Yeah. Do we see anything? Any detail on the hand?
It is a strong yet slender hand. Relatively tan. It's hard to tell down here at the depths of the ocean.
So mage hand to the cloth. The concave direction, I'm assuming, like, I kind of turn the cloth so it's facing so people can see it.
And they see Captain Morrow is inside of the concave space, floating there, unconscious.
And can the mage hand kind of like pull it backwards?
You try to, but the space seems to be extra dimensional.
Ugh.
I'll come up and I'll
Kira,
grab her
do you think we could
hands.
take her with us?
You grab the hand,
Uh-huh.
and it freely fits in yours, and you pull her out. You pull her out of the space.
Bangle?
She has it on her hands. She has one on her hand already. But it
it's about
only
an hour.
has
Extra bangle?
an hour left.
An hour left.
Additional bangle?
Does Nico know enough about this thing that we could kind of wrap it up and put it in his pack and check it out later?
Possibly. I'm just going to tell you, it's a portable hole.
Sweet.
Well, I'm.
So we can. I'm assuming we can put.
Don't we all have those already?
Brazino? We could put Brazino in there and take him with us, kind of thing.
Yes, everybody has those.
Do we have an additional bangle to put on Captain
Yes,
Morrow?
you do. I don't know who has it, but someone has it.
We find it and put it on her wrist.
Excellent.
I'll ask Nico if he'd like, if he could give me a hand, and they could, I willingly offer to have Captain Morrow like strapped to my back for when we ascend up. If someone could tie him or tie her or something.
I think that's
on
an
my back.
excellent idea.
Yeah.
He pulls out some of those leather, like a leather belts, and he kind of just asks people for their belts, just because he knows that the water will kind of help it tighten around him and not get loose like a rope.
And we could fashion it that like my shield is actually on top of them on my back, so that they're not anything.
You're like a sea turtle.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So we
Very
kind of
nice.
turtle them
Very,
into
very nice.
the
Yes.
shield. Yes.
I like
After some finagling, you manage to get Brazino, the statue of Brazino, the fifth junior, the fourth junior.
Two Brazinos, Brazino, the fourth junior.
The fourth junior. I'm just gonna proceed to fuck it up the entirety
extra
of the campaign. You managed to get the statue of Brazino. You get the statue in the portable hole.
He's the fifth of his name.
And it folds up into a nice little nothing that you can put into your pack. And you begin the ascent to the surface. Fanaze, as you ascend, you can't help but feel strange about the spear in your hand. The blue mage said they wanted it, but you get the sneaking suspicion that that's not what they wanted at all. A mage that controls other creatures with its spores. What could he want besides a very powerful creature? As the sun begins to get brighter and brighter as you ascend to the surface, you can't help but imagine a Lakos being attacked by this creature. But you'll have to wait to find out next time on Mythic Odysseys of Theros. Tomorrow's
Suck the
Twilight.
landing. Oh, Andy.
So much for our performance.
Oh my god.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, it's going to be a performance, but not the one they want.
Oh man, what a fun one to plan there. That was always
Oh,
a fun little show. I can't wait to see what happens to the statue of Brazino.
Yeah.
we got a sea Godzilla coming from
Yeah.
I
depths
don't think we were gonna take that thing out.
No, I don't think so.
The name of that creature.
Yeah, what is that?
in Magic the Gathering is Sharked Crab, and it has the dumbest name
Terrible
for
name.
being the most terrifying creature ever. So I hope Cam saw that one coming, because
Yeah, I think he wrote it in the chat.
the shark bird. Yeah, those ones are.
Ugh.
Anyways, let's do some shout outs here at the end. Thank you everyone for being with us as we journey through Theros, this D&D setting that is merged with Magic the Gathering. I am Evil Andy XO, and it has been my absolute pleasure to have you here with us tonight. Let's do some shout outs for people in the chat. Let's start with Jables, one of the best people I know. A wonderful human being, just so funny. If you're not following, go give a follow. You will not be disappointed. All of us, Melee After Dark, Matt, Magic Thistle, Jason Furman, Senor Daedalus. We are kind of also Janelle, of course. You're a regular now. We're all regulars of the Adventure Archive, and if you go check out our Discord, you can chat with us and see what we're up to between streams. Again, we have Dark Kingdoms coming on Wednesday night. Melee After Dark is the DM, and you can see me play the despicable Beatum Dovelbreen. Matt play... Oh my... Ooh, excuse me.
Play Victor.
Play Victor of the Calder. Yep. Jason eat face fruit roll-ups as Cutter. And what name is your character going by these days, Eric? Is it
Sylvester.
Oh,
Well, he's gone. He
Hamish.
Oh yeah, you're
went
not
through
going
a
to be
shadow
with us this
road,
I
Wednesday.
disappeared at the end of the last episode.
Yeah,
so
it's a
Right,
mystery.
who knows where?
And of course, our favorite guest, L2, Late to the Show Entertainment. It is always a pleasure to have you on. Christian, if you're interested in some really awesome D&D world building, some community world building, some great gaming, check out his Twitch channel. It's great content. All right, and we've got a bunch of lovely people in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Ginger with Souls, killing it at the Dark Souls. It's always fun to watch you put more and more ornaments in your beard. Thank you so much for being here. Savaris, thanks again. Hope we see more of you in the future. Let's do a raid. I'm gonna do our credits here, and just please stick with us to go raid some other people in the community. Thank you.